And so let's talk about content. Content is so important. Content is what you contribute to the world. And it might be in the form of a book, and you know how much I think about books and how valuable books are. But today I've been thinking. I've spent the weekend going through the content that I have. Spent the weekend looking at the things that were there. Doctor, I got your phone call. I'll be following up with you later today. But content is your contribution to the world. It is what you. It's your message. It's you fulfilling the value and the place that you hold in the world. So let's talk about content today. Content is extremely important. Content is king. It's not enough just to share cat videos. You'll get an awful lot of likes, but likes don't turn into customers. They don't turn into potential buyers. They don't turn into anything other than an ego feeder. And so what we want to look for today is, where does your quality content come from? And I spent the weekend looking through the things that I had done and the stuff that I had available there, and kind of went through and looked at all of the stuff that I've accumulated over the last few years. I'm staring at a 4-drawer file cabinet that is filled with 25 years of notes of training on sales training, and all of the experiences that I've had with that, and how I can put those things together into courses and training programs and stuff like that. I've been a national sales trainer in 2 different industries, and there's an awful lot of stuff that's there. But then I looked at the last few months. And in the last few months, I just noticed last night, I was getting ready to do a little brief video and send it to somebody. There were 217 videos that I had captured in Screencast-O-Matic, over 190 videos that I had captured in Camtasia. And then I started to look. Then I started to look down through the videos I had posted in my S3 account. And I've got over 100 videos posted there. I looked at the videos that were posted in Facebook Live, and I have a ton of videos there. There's over 100 videos that are just hosted somewhere on Facebook Live. That's an awful lot of content. That's a lot of stuff. Now, not all of it in its rawest form is going to be valuable content, but we're here for a purpose. And our purpose is to make a contribution to the world. The content that we generate, that content becomes the purpose. It becomes the fulfillment of that purpose. It becomes the thing that you contribute to other people that brings value to them and that can help them to change their world. The reason why I call my website, my coaching program, Eric Said, is because I started noticing that people were quoting things that I'd said. That meant I was having a contribution. I was giving value to the world. It had some value that people could take and could use for themselves. And so it just became something that Eric said. And that was my training program, was, well, Eric said. And people started saying, well, Eric said. And so I looked back and I went, man, I haven't been making videos for that long. And to have over 100 in Facebook Live, probably closer to 140 videos in Facebook Live, because I haven't looked at all of the places where they've come from. And then to have that many that have been captured in Screencast-O-Matic and that many that have been captured in Camtasia, I was just blown away by how much content that really is. I did an MP4 search on the hard drive on my laptop, and I was just blown away how many things were captured in MP4 files. Not to mention the checklist and the other stuff that I've done. It's my contribution to the world. David, I like that. Our purpose is to make a contribution to the world. And we're here for the purpose of making a contribution. The content is how we deliver that contribution. Now, we might deliver that content in the form of a video. We might deliver that content in the form of a written book. We might deliver that content in the form of a list. But whatever it is, the content that you produce is your contribution to the world. It is the thing that lives beyond you. I remember my daughter said this to me one day. She said, Dad, when are you going to put all that stuff together so that we'll have something, we'll have this when we're done, when you're gone? I don't want to build a fire and burn it. I want it to have some value. I want it to fulfill a purpose to the world. My daughter had to remind me of my mortality, and that was good. She's the only person who can properly do that and put me in my rightful place, but she reminded me of my mortality. I want to have contributions that will be here when I'm not. And your content is your contribution to the world that will be here when you're not. And I want you to think about the content that you do. And I'm watching this feed and seeing who's coming in and the people that are there. And we have such a wide variety of people who watch these live feeds. And I really appreciate that. I really do. But you come from all kinds of different places. You know things that nobody else knows. You have stuff that you can contribute to the world that nobody else has. And so that's your content, that's your contribution, that's what you can do. That's what can make a difference beyond just the little space where you live, but out in the world as a whole. And I want you to think about what is it that I have? What is it that I have? And Jeremy, I thank you for that. I'm going to read that. If you don't mind, I'm going to read that. Your contribution to the world is at least partly the critical thinking skills that you poured into us in high school. I cannot tell you what that means to me. There's no way I can express to you what that means to me, because I lived for that. I did that was I was fulfilling my purpose in the world at that point in time. I've since moved on and done other things, but to watch you and to watch people like you, to take those things that I taught, to take that contribution and turn it into something that has helped you to be able to provide for your family and to be able to grow and to do the things that you've done. It thrills me every day. When I go to bed every night, I am thankful and grateful for the opportunity to touch the lives that I've had. Now I'm thinking about the content that I've created. How am I going to be able to put that in a form that I can get it out to more people? I can get it out to more places. I can get it out to more areas, more people who have a need for that. And that's what makes the difference. Not some PLR thing that you can sell for $7 on Warrior Forum, but instead some contribution that you have that will make a powerful impact on the rest of the world. You know things that nobody else knows. You can do things that nobody else can do. You have a perspective that nobody else has. And taking that and packaging that up, and if you need help with that, I'll be glad to help you. But to take that and package it up and be able to deliver that to the world in a way that they can grasp, in a way that they can take it and run with it. Just as Jeremy said, taught some critical thinking skills. And I'm going to have some programs for that. Taught some critical thinking skills to help people to be able to make an impact in the world in the future. And that's what we want to do. That's my purpose today, is to help you to understand your content is your contribution to the world. And that's how you make a difference. That's how you, in the words of my daughter, that's how you leave something behind when you're gone. Because the rest of it, they'll probably pile up and burn. Leave a contribution, that content, that will make a powerful difference in other people's lives. And if you're not sure what that is, let me know. I'll be glad to help you with it. Send me a private message. Tell me that where you're at. Tell me what's going on. I will be glad to help you with that. This is what I do. This is what I do. This is what I love. To be able to help people to impact their world. So let me know if there's something I can do to help, because I will. Because creating your own content is much more valuable than curating something that somebody else has done for you. I can help you with that, but let's focus on your contribution to the world. Let's focus on how you can make a difference. Let's focus on the place that you fill, and not just grabbing something and pushing it out to the world, but instead taking your experiences, looking at my file cabinet, looking at my bookshelves, trying to figure out, what is it that I have? What is it that I can do that will help me to fulfill my purpose in the world. And I realize that there's one word that makes a difference, and that's the content. Just content. Content is your contribution to the world. It is the thing that will make a difference when you're not able to make a difference anymore. It's the way, it's the way to leave a legacy. It's the way to work when you're not working. It's the way to work when you're vacationing. Is your content. Your content. Content creation. It's your contribution to the world. It's the thing that will make a difference. And I can help you with it if you need help. Thank you for joining me this morning. I love you. I look forward to talking to you soon.